I'm a scary man to be playing Witcher. Well, to be playing Gwent against. Anyway, don't really... I think I just need a better pull. I guess I should have redrawn, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh wait, no, I did redraw. I just didn't redraw the right ones. Damn it. Get rid of him. It's... catapult. Well, we got our 2 catapults. So that's a plus. 2 horns.
But you only have 1 ranged unit.
Yeah. It's risky. We're gonna stack the ballista. Ah, got him.
Ah. Well, now you know not to play ranged.
Mm-hmm.
But you're just playing... You're using the Baron strategy.
Mm-hmm. Works.
Never mind the fact that you're giving him points and they're all in the same row.
It's fine.
Why did you put that guy down?
I have no use for him.
That makes sense.
I was trying to bait him into playing more cards.
Well, he passed.
Yeah.
Ah.
So I cannot kill him. Okay.
You have a lot of catapults.
Yeah, I do.
Wait, he passed? So you just have to... Just get 1 more point than him. That's all you need.
I think he realized it was going to come down to the final round. Let's see. Guess we'll start with the frontliners. This is going to be a set him up, knock him down.
Yeah, make sure you keep playing low just so that you can destroy his highest card.
I'm hoping he puts down another catapult. Or something appropriately crappy. Because ultimately, I want to leave these 2 in the horn for last. I'm just hoping he gets, aha, got it. Let's see. So I can put that one down and still be safe.
So you want to destroy one of those guys to lessen their scores, or what's happening?
Yeah. Well, it'll kill both of them.
He's just playing more sunny days.
He's got a lot of clear weather. Means time to scorch.
Fog. Okay, but that's for your lowest unit.
Yep. Not really that important. Yeah, we've got him absolutely on the ropes. Unless he... Yeah, scorches those guys down, but still leaves me in the lead. Heavily in the lead. Let's see. Got confused when you joined with the screen of card games. Gwent is pretty good. Alright, there we go.
Yay!
Much better pull. Yeah, those spy cards are super good.
Addy done lost. It happens. Take your prize.
Okay. Let's see. So, we could do more card games. Actually... You know what? We can go do this now.
Do what?
there's some things underwater out here. Getting tired?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good time. Let's, I'm just gonna very quickly go out here. Because remember that spirit that was, like, way too high of a level for me? And then some sunken treasure right next to it? It's a good time for us to get out here and quick grab these.
It's storming now.
Yeah, don't go swimming when it's storming, but whatever. Let's see. Gwent Night. I would like to do some digital trading card games. The problem is they tend to be kind of long.
The other problem, too, is people always go, oh, no, you didn't do the optimal thing.
Yeah.
You're such a noob at this.
Yeah. I don't have the patience for people to neg me over my performance in a game. Just because, like, the proportion of people that are just kind of pointlessly shitty go up whenever I play a card game. Hey, it sucks. At the same time, I'd love to play, like, Magic the Arena or more Slay the Spire, obviously.
Yeah, I really enjoy card games. I remember when I was young, we collected Pokemon cards, but we didn't really play the game. It was more just collecting as many as we could. You know, I prefer to trade off my extras so that I had one of each Pokemon. But then my brother and I got really into Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. So we would play...
back?
Huh?
Oh, I see. Night Wraith. Got it.
Ah. So we played... And I think a number of my friends had them too. Really, my friends who were anime nerds that watched the series. It's interesting because in the anime and in the manga and in the card game, they all play differently. I think the rules are a little bit more nebulous. In the show and in the manga especially. But the card game is fun. I liked the majority of the artwork. I liked how there were different elements involved and creature types, and it was interesting. The early sets seemed to be very general and broad, and then later on you got very specific card combinations.
His hair's disappearing.
Oh, it's just like the head model. And then, so it was pretty much Pokemon Elementary School, Yu-Gi-Oh! Middle School, and then Magic the Gathering High School for me. And I really only collected cards from Lorwyn and Shadowmar, and then Alara, which came immediately after it. But then I went off to college and didn't really have time to play card games. That and people always created these really meta decks in college that wouldn't even let you play your turn. So I go, well, that was fun. I suppose whenever I played with my brother and with my friends, it was our own custom decks, but specifically with my brother, we did have custom decks that we made with cards that we'd acquired. But what we also like to do is every once in a while, you know how they had starter decks or other deck packs?
Yeah.
That are already pre-made and themed. We like to definitely try those, and I remember Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically, they would come out with 2 to 3 new decks every couple months or something.
Yeah, they still do.
So we would go, hey, you know, I like the water theme. Hey, you like the fire theme. Or there was one time where I had crystal beasts and he had trains or something. Do you know what I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm.
So we would just choose each of us a different pre-made deck and see how they fared against one another.
Yeah, I still enjoy buying pre-made decks because there's kind of a theme and a logic to them, even if they're not competitive.
They also tend to be balanced. Like, decks that are released together tend to be fairly balanced so that one isn't overpowered versus another. If you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People call them structure decks. Okay.
Oops. Axie. Why is this telling me there's something here? No, there isn't. These are lies.
Ah! Got on fire.
I wanted to come back down here, seeing as we had this.
I mean, you could also use your medallion. Have you ever tried using your medallion in various places?
Overwhelmingly.
That's a gargoyle. If he has a skull above his head, doesn't that mean that he's way too
I
powerful
can't
for
harm
you?
him. I don't really enjoy scaled enemy levels. I was hoping I'd actually be able to fight him this time around, but the answer is no. I still need probably a good, like, 3 levels. Yeah, the Pokemon Game Boy, Pokemon card game, Game Boy game was amazing. It was! I never beat the Elite Four. I think I got stuck right at the end.
I never played the card game on the Game Boy.
It was really good.
It's gotta be.
What did the card art look like, or the cards themselves?
Pixels, obviously. Like, it wasn't that fancy, but, like, for the time, it was a pretty fully featured, like, TCG. I don't know if it had any, like, multiplayer, but yeah, you effectively went through just, like, all of the gym leaders in, like, a very small place, and there was, like, almost nothing to it, but at the same time, it didn't need it. You were just playing cards. For me, I really want to go back and play, Final Fantasy IX and Digimon World 3. Both of which had built-in card games that were really cool, but I never got to play them.
Build your boats in Pinewood?
Course not. Wench dragged me some pine so I'd make her a cradle.
Boat business not booming?
Not well at all. Ain't no fish.
Heard you're a good boatwright, and an even better card player.
You wanna play?
Always ready for a round.
You're a man well traveled, so tell me.
I also remember Pazak from Knights of the Old Republic. That's another in-game card game.
Yeah, Pazak was pretty cool. Oh, for a second I thought I got all my spies.
I think if we do end up going down to Disneyland at some point, it'd be cool to get a pack of... I forget if they have Sabak on hand or if they have Pazak. It might be Sabak, but I know that they have one of the card sets, which would be fun. I really like it when they put small things like pastimes for the populace into a... Do you know what's really hilarious, though? I don't know if I've ever seen fiction within fiction within fiction. Do you know what I mean? Where, well, okay, maybe it's not fiction within fiction within fiction within fiction. It's probably more like fiction within fiction within fiction. But where you have the game that you're playing, which is in and of itself is fiction. But then beyond that, in universe, they have characters that are a part of their lore or their fiction. And then those characters obviously have a story that's affiliated with them that then has lore for their fiction. Do you know what I'm getting at?
Yeah. That would be Skyrim. Skyrim does that, kind of.
Skyrim has a lot of lores and legends. Well,
yeah, but they straight up have, like, fictional books.
oh, that's cool.
And a lot of them, really. Damn. He's got some big guns on that.
But yeah, everything from food to what people do in their pastimes, like these card games, the stories that they tell, it really brings the world to life in ways that talking about just the battles that they wage and the politics and whatnot, because that's all the trappings for making a enthralling story, but what really brings a fictional civilization to life is when they just the little mundane things that we experience in our own lives albeit through their lens. People are bringing up the lusty Argonian maid.
Yep. But like, straight up, there are like novels within
Rules say
Skyrim.
the card's mine.
Aye, 'tis indeed. Cards, believe you're good enough to try your luck against Hattie. Folk laugh at him 'cause he's young and a bit dim, but word is, he weren't afraid to beat the Baron himself.
Just beat Hattie.
We beat Hattie.
Let's see.
Now, wasn't that novel full length, or what was it?
Some of them are, yeah.
Some of the novels are full length.
So the only way I really know about this, the only way I know about this is from the Unraveled guy, where he apparently spent like a few weeks reading every single book and
so
categorizing them based on which ones are worth reading and which ones are hilariously hot trash. Which I thought was a fun video to watch. Oh man, not exactly at all relevant, but did you hear College Humor is shut down?
Really?
Yeah, they fired like everyone, except for like 5 people, which is definitely not enough.
The same thing's happening with Collider and Crunchyroll,
Well,
and I don't know.
I don't know about Crunchyroll.
It's a bad time for people with C names for their company.
What happened with
don't create a company and have it start with the letter C.
What happened with Crunchyroll is apparently Facebook lied to them, or not Crunchyroll, College Humor. Facebook lied to them, making them think that they were getting shit tons of views on Facebook. And
so they put everything on
they
Facebook.
went all in on Facebook, and whoops, what do you know? Facebook was lying to you all the time, and you actually were making a dime. So sad to see that you're going bankrupt.
Oh, you're back.
Here.
Thank ye. A fine offering, well worth a foretelling.
All right, let's hear it.
I see a white wolf. He looks on as the great viper bites and devours the silver lily.
Oh.
He wants to spring. He wants to fight. But the serpent is quicker. The lily must perish.
That's not the future. Lived through that, and you probably heard about it in some ballad.
My third eye grows foggier the older I become. But if you bought me some dragon's root...
Rare plant.
Rare indeed. But it did once grow in a cave southeast of here.
Fine. I'll see what I can do.
Wait, so would the serpent be the other Witcher? The wolf wants to save the lily, but the lily was attacked by the serpent, right?
I doubt it would be Letho, though.
I think the serpent would be Letho.
He is Viper Clan.
But who was he trying to assassinate in the last game?
Voltes. And it's not that he was trying, he succeeded.
Right, but the white lilies.
Oh.
That's Temeria, right?
Yeah, so this
So-
guy's just telling us what's already happened.
And that's what Geralt said. You just heard the story before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said something along the lines of the wolf just had to wait and watch, or let it happen.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Sometimes when Geralt wants to pull out a torch, he pulls out a crossbow and shoots into space. Reasons unclear to everyone, including him. Hello, big bad beastie critters. Wow. You aren't big, bad, or beastie. You're dead, son. That's what I'm looking for. Here we go.
Dragon's root. Wonder if it can really help the old man see the future.
Nope, just tastes good. Thanks. Your future's foggy. Bye.
Those boys wanted to guide the merchants to Oxford.
That or it's some kind of bizarre psychedelic.
Oh, you're back.
Got what you asked for.
Thank ye. Now I need a moment. I see a wolf striving forward towards a solitary tower midst a blizzard. He follows the swallow, yet the swallow does not heed the wolf's howls, soaring higher and higher, for it knows 'tis its last flight. As do others say, so shall it be. Look for the signs. The world will perish amidst ice and be reborn with the new sun. Reborn of the elder blood, of Yennefer, of a planted seed.
Ithlinne's prophecy.
Leave me be. Go. Go now.
Well then. The prophecy. I want to know more about this prophecy. Can we find it in our quest notes at all?
Haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, so that we definitely have to reach the tower. But the Wild Hunt is after her. They're the blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
She's the swallow. Obviously, Geralt's the wolf. But the last flight.
Man, this auto loot is so handy for picking up all these random bits. Let's see, anything else? Yes. Ooh, enhanced cat. And vampire oil. I'm missing on Draconid. Ergot seeds. Let's see, extended duration. Oh, immunity to hypnosis. Ooh.
Ooh.
Enhanced swallow. And Gordon Oriole. Poison immunity, but not toxicity. Why are you grabbing my moobs?
I want you to hurry up.
Want to go to bed? Yeah, it's understandable. My eyes are tired. Let's see.
Well, also, it just seems like we haven't made a dent.
Yeah, we have. We're done with, like, almost all the question marks down here.
But there's still so many more.
Yeah, there are a ton. I might look up where the places of power are. But honestly, like, we don't need to get all of them. Not even close.
Well, at this point,
I just wanted to play
what
some
do we
cards
have
before
left?
we stopped.
We just have to... I wanted to see if there was any information on this prophecy. Do you have it in...
No, I haven't seen it go by book-wise.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you at least look? After the White Frost. Religion and Life. Mysterious Notes. I don't know. That's books. Crafting. Characters. Oh, those are about finisher animations. Bestiary. We don't want meditation. Yeah, all I want to do is... Wait. How can we look at quest inventory?
It's that one on the left.
Have we truly read this?
The Miraculous
religion?
Guide to Gwent?
No, the one about religion.
I don't think we've heard the prophecy yet.
I want to know the prophecy. The prophecy of Ithlian? Or whatever they called it?
It's probably in a bookstore if we go looking. Oh,
There-
check series entry. Go back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Go to
suppose-
glossary.
I suppose we haven't looked
Characters.
at... I haven't looked at characters because there are so many.
Yeah, so might as well look at Cirilla.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but if
The main problem is just there's so many characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's the Wispess, the Weavess,
And
then it's the Brewess,
yeah.
which is over here. Ugh.
Yep. Well,
A lot of characters. Oh, there's Dandelion. We haven't seen him yet.
no, he's the narrator, though.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
He sounds really old, though.
Yeah.
Is it supposed
It
to
might
be a
not be
tale of
Dandelion.
a foregone age?
I think we do get to meet him.
I do not know who Corinne Tilly is.
What is it with all of the witches and extraordinarily
Eridan. Oh, he's the
limited
king of the wild.
coverage?
I want to read these at some point. But yeah, let's look up Cyrilla. Cyrilla Fiona Alen Rhiannon. What can I possibly say about her? That we call her Ciri for short. That she was born in 1251. That she has ashen hair and a scar on her cheek. All true. And that's the Cyrilla I know best. The one I first laid eyes upon those many years ago. The one who seemed thoroughly, well, not ordinary, but certainly not as extraordinary as she in fact is. For Cyrilla is also a highly skilled witcher, heiress to several thrones, the last bearer of the elder blood, the powerful source endowed with exceptional magical talent. With magic talent and the lady of time and space? Oh, is that because she can flit around? Teleportation and stuff?
Yeah.
The source. Her hair color and date of birth seem rather incidental now, don't they? What about her date of birth? I could also tell you that she is Geralt's adopted daughter, but that would be a gross simplification. Ciri is much more. She is his destiny, his unexpected child, someone bound to the Witcher by fate's most inextricably tangled fetters. Followed age-old Witcher tradition, Geralt took Ciri to Kaer Morhen when she came into his care. There, he and Vesemir taught her the ways of the professional monster slayer. It was then that her magic talents were first revealed, and they discovered that she was a source. Ciri's gift proves a curse as well, because of it, she would one day have to hide from the entire world, even Geralt. Ciri's biography contained one more great secret. Her natural father was none other than the Emperor of Nilfgaard, Emhyr var Emrys. Is it Emrys or Emrys? Or Emre? Emrys? I will say Emrys. His words confirmed the fears swirling Geralt's mind. Ciri had returned and was in mortal danger, for the unrelenting wild hunt was on her trail. Yennefer made it clear why the Wild Hunt wanted Ciri. Eridan wanted the power latent in her elder blood. She also let Geralt know that Ciri had been seen in war-ravaged Velen, as well as Novigrad, the largest city of the world. Well, this is getting to the present day, but what about this prophecy?
Maybe we straight up don't have it yet.
Yeah, because the next few things are about going to the war. We went to Philip Strenger, Bloody Baron.
I bet if we went
Ciri's
to
name.
Novigrad, we might be able to find a book on it if we
Yeah, maybe
searched.
we'll discover the prophecy then. I just want to look at the various witches. The crone known as Brewess was the middle of the three demonic sisters in terms of age, but the first in terms of size. Brewess is said to be a master concoctor of magical mixtures and, in the more ghastly legends, was said to know over a dozen different recipes for human soup. Ew. Well, hence the name Brewess. Wispess. The Crones of Velen were not just old, but they were literally ancient, having been around since the reign of the first human kings and possibly even since the coming of the elves. Of the three ghastly sisters, the Wispess is the most ancient, or at least so claimed by the swamp dwellers' whispered legends. Whispered, for if they spoke too loudly, the crone would hear it, and she demanded tribute in the form of human ears, which she hung from trees, and through which, using primeval magic, she heard all that happened in the swamp. Oh, so she collects ears so that she can quote-unquote hear?
Yeah, that's why they know what all is going on and why their ears hung from, like, all the trees.
Okay, and then the Weavess. Though the youngest of the three crones, the Weavess was not one jot less ugly or evil than her older sisters. It was she who wove their magic tapestries of human hair gathered as tribute from young children of nearby villages during their cutting ceremonies. These tapestries were how the worshippers of the Ladies of the Wood made contact with and paid homage to their deities. Interesting. So she was the one that made the tapestry.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot of information here, but let's have you read that later.
The mysterious elf. He still doesn't have a name. The ghost in the tree.
Oh, hey.
Hey, let's read this
It's
one.
actually got all of the,
The Whispering Hillock. If the world were not as it is, but as it should be, its name would denote a place of hidden nooks and lovers sharing heartfelt lies and hushed voices. Instead, it stood for danger and terror, for a place where wild animals, driven by some mysterious power, had killed many an inhabitant of Downwarren. Geralt agreed to investigate the problem, and soon discovered the animals were controlled by a spirit entrapped in a tree growing atop the hill. The spirit spoke to him in a woman's voice, and claimed to have once been a druidess who had kept watch over Velen Grove until the Crones murdered her and imprisoned her ghost in the tree. The forces of nature that she had once served now protected her from the fiendish sisters' further designs. The unfortunate locals had died as collateral damage, for, the spirit attested, nature's wrath is unrestrainable and distinguishes not between unwary innocents and unwelcome ill-wishers. The spirit begged Geralt to lift her curse and free her from her torment.
Oh, so that's not all the information.
In exchange, she promised to rescue the orphans from the swamp clearing, who would otherwise face a cruel death at the hands of the Crones. It doesn't have all the information.
Yeah, so there's a book. If we look around, I will vacuum it up eventually.
Eventually.
See, we're doing the Yennefer and Triss route. Letho!
Wait, what? No. No. Quite frankly, so my only experience with the game has been through the television series. Well, through the Witcher series has been through the television series, and I really liked Yennefer's backstory and how she grew through the series. She had a change of heart. She went from being, having been abused much of her life, to gaining her own confidence, to questioning her, the role of her mentors and such, choosing her own path. But she has a lot of regrets and really detested what she was tasked to do.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, as of the television series nearly ending, she was on this rabid quest for power, specifically to find a way to restore her ability to bear children. But at the end, she was doing a lot to help the mages and the townsfolk and stuff, and seemed like a really sympathetic character. We didn't really get to see too much of Triss in the television series. She was just helping King Foltest, and had recruited, I should say. Well, I suppose recruited Geralt for a one-time mission to sort of root out Astriga and then return it to its former human form to help King Foltest. But she wasn't really much of a character in the show. And also, during the whole mage battle that we were talking about with Yennefer, where Yennefer actually ends up, I wouldn't necessarily say saving the day, but she uses her power. Well, actually, it was unclear what happened to Yennefer at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. But, so in this, yeah, Triss was there. She helped fight a little bit, but not too much. Also, whatever happened to the whole scar business? I thought she was supposed to never show her chest in the books because she had a terrible grisly scar on her chest. And they showed that in the Netflix series by having her severely burned.
Yeah, well, there's differences between the books and the games and the TV show, so who knows?
Because that would have been an added level of depth to her character if, she was afraid to show anything below her neckline for fear of being ostracized for having the bad burn.
Guess you don't have to finish watching the show now. I'd still recommend it.
Oh, no,
'cause
no. I'm sorry if I gave away too much.
it
I'm
was
just-
barely spoilers for Yennefer. I'd recommend it if only because it's a really good
All I
telling
said was
on...
that she helped fight and that we don't know what her fate is.
Yeah. But no, like, just watch it anyway for Ciri's backstory more than anything else.
Mm-hmm. But essentially, so based on what I saw in the television series, definitely Yennefer over Triss. Also, from what we had learned, Geralt was with Yennefer first, and then there's implications that in the game previous to this one, he had lost his memories and that Triss had
Charmed him.
Yeah, had taken advantage of that fact to make him her lover. Which I think is... I think that's very selfish and despicable. If someone lost their memory, you should be attempting to teach them who they are, not mold them into what you want them to be.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm mixed on this hard. I think based on, like, just my initial impressions from... Like, had I not known that Geralt and Yen had been romantically entangled beforehand, I had so far have liked Triss better. Because Yennefer...
We had more time with Triss because we were...
Yeah, and it was
helping her in
friendlier.
town.
Yen was definitely colder, but it also makes sense.
It makes sense why Yennefer would be colder because...
It's
you know,
the first time they'd seen each other in years. And also, Geralt had been
gallivanting around with Triss for a while.
Yeah.
Even though
So...
he didn't remember.
One way or another.
I mean, they have this... Oh, the Wild Hunt had taken her captive.
Yep. One way or another, we are definitely going to wait before making any kind of decision, but...
Oh, so he lost his memory saving her, according to this. I mean, I could eventually read these, but not on stream. Not at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. One way or another, it is very late for us, and I've had enough alcohol to be very sleepy. And also, I'm very tired from Ring Fit yesterday. So, at some point, Shell will sit down. Hey, Shell, I think maybe at the end of the game. Or, like, when we're further in. Because we're still getting new information from a lot of these.
Well, yeah, so for characters that we finished the storylines of,
Yeah.
we'd probably be
maybe
safe
when
to
I'm
read
taking
those.
when I'm taking breaks.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because the Peller we're never gonna see again, probably. And obviously the Sorceress
I wouldn't
is...
say the Peller is particularly important, though.
No, he isn't. The Mysterious Elf we're probably gonna see more in the future, but...
Yeah.
The Baron, his daughter...
So yeah, when I
Anna.
take short breaks, you can read lore.
Yeah.